So what do we do? How do we organize in our communities? How do we work on the local level to move away from the polarization to address the issue? Luis, I'll hand it off to you.
Of course. I'm just going to refrain from mincing words. I'm going to try to speak about this as objectively as possible, just from a database perspective. I'm from South Florida, as I've said, and South Florida is a really politically complex area that is naturally bound to happen when you have hundreds of thousands of people, each from different national immigrant groups. So really, something that really strikes at the heart of Miami is its political composition and those tensions. So, for example, if anyone knows and follows Miamian politics, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants are known for being more right-wing leaning. Other South American immigrants are known for being more left-wing leaning. Central Americans are split. For example, one's from Nicaragua because of the left-wing regime there. They might be more right-wing leaning in the U.S. today. Things like that. So, ultimately, what happens though is there's this discourse in the U.S. today of mostly promoted by the Democratic National Committee and other Democratic national establishments that just because you're a minority of some sort, you're bound to vote blue. And that's a very big assumption. And that's something that's imposed unilaterally on South Florida's immigrant communities. And then when they don't vote blue, they're the object of national scorn, mostly from Democrats. So there are some assumptions, and there's a lack of active discourse and active listening and active consideration of why those people behave in the political directions they behave in. But at the same time, if there's a lack of Democratic national outreach to those immigrant communities, and there's just an underlying assumption that, oh, they're immigrants, they're Latino, they speak Spanish, they're going to vote blue, then we need to, let me be a little more meta. The whole point of this panel is to focus on the value of conversations across lines of identity and nationality and ethnicity and religion and culture. So I'd just like to emphasize that that's probably the best way to go about this, just speaking avidly and working to communicate from an angle of understanding.